So unprofessional, man.
I forget.
Hello, hello, collective. We're back again with our third and final game of the day, God Tier versus Shadow Gaming. Once again, I'm Skinny, coming back at you for the second time today, and I have a change of co-host today. So before we had Cheap Cane, now we have. I actually never asked how to pronounce your name. Like Penzu? Penzu?
Pengsu, yeah. Pengsu.
Petsu? Yeah, Petsu.
Pengsu.
The one
Pengsu,
and
yeah.
only. But yeah, so some new voices in here, relatively. I mean, I've been here forever, but I always dip out on you guys. But it's nice that people finally want to cast with me. I know you guys get bored of Mets and myself all the time, so variety. But as I said before, God Tier versus Shadow Gaming. We're going to be going to Clubhouse today, so a map that I understand more than Fortress, so lucky all of us. And for anyone wondering how serious this game is going to be, this is in contention for a playoff spot, potentially for Shadow Gaming, as they sit 3 points behind God Tier in the standings right now. If Shadow Gaming wins this game, then we will have a three-way tie for a playoffs, or two playoff spots rather, between Shadow Gaming, God Tier, and New Horizons, who beat Chetsits earlier in the day. But that game didn't really matter for Chetsits as they already had their playoff spot secured. Ultimately, they still finish out first in their division, so props to them. But just to give you guys an idea of the states of this game, which, it's a good way to finish off the season, in my
Oh,
opinion.
yeah. I'd agree.
But just waiting for when they're ready up here, give them a moment. But, Clubhouse, bands, what you thinking?
I'm definitely going to be thinking for a Habana. Definitely for the hatches. Definitely for attack. Just completely eliminate that operator of Habana, the easier access other than Thermite. And then on defending, one of the usual ones of Echo or Maestro would be my guess.
Absolutely. Yeah, Clubhouse especially is a map that really, it's just a hard breacher, or in contrast, a Thatcher, maybe. Something along those lines just has to go.
Always.
If you leave all of them available, you're shooting yourself in the foot. And Shadow Gaming realizes this and opts to get rid of the Maverick, which, in my opinion, is probably the strongest operator on attack for this map in general, but
Some teams have different preferences.
yeah. But it's just those outside exterior walls, both the server wall and the jacuzzi wall, are just game-changing with a Maverick in play. So Shadow Demon will have to take him out, and God Tier will respond with a Jackal ban. God Tier definitely a more roam-heavy team in, not retrospect, but all things considered in terms of collective. And they will also have to ban out the Vigil, which is a curious ban, considering that God Tier have one of the best Vigil players in Slats on their team. So to see them be the ones to ban out Vigil is a curious decision, especially considering that they're also banning out the Jackal as well. So Shadow Gaming will close things out with a Mira, pretty typical ban, which means that both Echo and Maestro are available to be played. Maestro receiving a nerf very recently, so Thatcher and Twitch can more or less just destroy those Evil Eyes with ease. So I don't find him to be super valuable like he once was. So definitely, if I had to pick between a Echo or a Maestro, it would be an Echo ban any day. But I am not in this game. Well, I am, but I'm not playing this game. So
Yeah, Echo is definitely the more superior operator to the Maestro. I would definitely say on defense now after that nerf. His things can just get destroyed in many different ways now. So, definitely would take Echo over the Maestro.
Definitely, we're gonna have some sits pits thrown out here. The Monty to a Twitch, which I would assume is by Koala. Give that man an F2, he's dangerous. I mean, you can say that to anyone using an F2, but Koala especially. And then he banned it to a captain, so that's a more curious decision by Shadow Gaming here. But yeah. Also, go back to the Echo Maestro for a second. I've never been able to use this gun. I know everyone talks about the Alda being like this powerhouse, and you just mow people down. I can't use it. Like, I just prefer the MP5 that Echo has available, honestly.
It's definitely a really good gun to use, I would say.
Let's see. So, this lineup coming out by Shadow Gaming, to me, reads are going to be that kitchen hatch is going to be a huge focal point for them, as they brought a Cade as well as 3 sets of impacts. I take that back, 4 sets of impacts, but Zercho's not playing on site and has only set up two EEDs as well. Holy taking very minimal damage here, not entirely sure from where, but it's just a stretch. Fine. And it appears that gods here are going to be doing a top-down clear of the clubhouse here. Now, as we've already got Holy, well, ready to hop in at any point. Everyone's just droning him in so far, including himself. But outside of Sitch and Zertril here doing a lot of the heavy roaming here, as Zertril is on a head-on collision with Vivid here. We'll see who will win this out, if they're even aware of each other's presence. Koala nearby to support him for possible refrag, as well as slats, so Zertril definitely going to be pressured here from all different angles. Not even looking towards his opponents right now. EMP coming out. This could be huge for Shadow Gaming. Will collect a down, gets the kill onto Vivid with an impact, and hits a second on the slats before finally being traded out by PK.
Time to ring some ears.
I'm not entirely sure how that happened, but Zertril put 2 huge kills, as he will continue to do work post-mortem with those EEDs, as Slips elsewhere will take a Koala. That is the Twitch taken out as well. Got a minute left in the game. Full man advantage for Shadow Gaming as Kitsit takes out PK. That's a Thermite who only got the Moto hatch open. And now we're left with Holy in a 1v4 with just under a minute to collect 4 frags on 4 fully HP'd opponents. No diffuser in hand. Hand collision with Kitsit here, and Kitsit will win that out. And Shadow Gaming take their first round very convincingly.
Yeah, that was a great hold by the captain there, managing to get 2 picks early. Definitely an interesting way to get those kills. I definitely was surprised that he was able to get those 2 frags without dying off before. Very good job to get those 2 kills.
I can understand him getting the initial pick onto the IQ, but how the IQ wasn't then refragged. Sorry, I guess it was Vivid playing the IQ, but how Vivid wasn't refragged is really astounding, honestly. But it is only the first round, so God Tier has plenty of opportunity here to correct their mistakes and push forward into the lead. But as it stands, Shadow Gaming take their first round, and they will be up 1-0. Now again, mind you guys, Shadow Gaming needs to win this game in order to be in contention for the playoffs, as I don't know the exact round difference between Shadow Gaming, God Tier, and New Horizons, but as it stands right now, God Tier and New Horizons are both tied at 19 apiece. Shadow Gaming is at 16, so they need a win to even possibly make the playoffs, because if they lose or even tie here, then the playoff positions for this division are set, in which case it would be Chet 6, F6, God Tier, and New Horizons. So Shadow Gaming really gotta be playing with their lives here.
Yeah, definitely have to play to win here. Anything other than a win could result in loss of the playoff. And but if GT does win, SG is going to be out. Playoffs.
I think about it, if God Tier wins this game, that puts them at 22 points. I don't have Chet 6 and F6's standings off the top of my head, but to my knowledge, I could put God tier in contention for first place position, as elsewhere Holy has been dropped to about half health. I'm not entirely sure from where, because I don't foresee him sitting in a bandit battery for that long. However, Slayer will be taking a lot of damage here from the butt of Vivid, who in return is only taking about 25 HP, a little more than that, but no one winning out ultimately. However, Slayer is left worse for wear as more shots will continue to not connect between the players. Zertrul on a roll here will take out Koala. That is the IQ taken down. Frag grenade coming out will not connect anything other than a server ratch. Vivid being dropped to just 1 HP. Slat's able to pick up a kill for Vivid there, as I don't believe he's aware that he had downed the mute of Slayer. Now, mind you, points are not active in here, so Vivid might have not seen that he downed the mute, which is the most likely scenario. Server wall will be open though, as Neurats will collect the kill onto Vivid. There wasn't a whole lot of him left to collect, but a kill's a kill nonetheless, and this swings Manhater back in favor of SG, and it will continue to grow as Kits will take out Slash via down. Server wall just being all the way open. Got that middle panel, I mean it's a 2-panel, but you got the middle panel kind of just there, so an odd breaching, but I mean server wall is open, that's all that matters. But with just a minute left, and man advantage in favor of Shao Damon. Play time. Kids are going to play hyper aggressive here, peeking on the Holy, somehow getting the kill before being retried by PK. I'm not sure how he got away with that, as PK will just start to take damage from really any angle. From there being the garage, we'll just bull rush in the site. Very bold. What the kill onto Neurats as the bandit taken down, and will not get the second on the slips as Shao Gaming takes their second round in a row. Very headstrong approach coming out here from Shao Gaming. They're getting these early picks out, and they're taking fights and winning them. I know that we're only in 2 rounds so far, but given how these 2 rounds have gone, this is going to put Shao Gaming in the driver's seat, at least for the rest of this half.
Yeah, Shadow Gaming coming out strong with those frags in the beginning rounds, just completely showing their dominance so far, as towards the end of that Thermite just running in and almost clutching it. He was definitely trying. Good attempts, but see if Shadow Gaming can still go on a roll here.
Yeah, definitely. PK not getting that trade out before the Thatcher of, I believe it was Holy. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, I think it was Holy. Before
him not being able to get a frag out instead of having the trade for his fallen teammate really put them at, that was the nail in the coffin for them. If they had had a two people left standing, then they would have, then they would have had a much better shot at actually putting the round out. But as we saw, PK left in a 1v3, bull rushing in the site, which I mean, it's a bold move. I mean, I would give credit where credit is
very
due,
bold.
but ultimately did not pay off.
Yeah, sometimes bull rushing is all you can do, and sometimes it works out. It's 50-50 sometimes. Never know.
Yeah, I mean, kind of just depends on the operator you're playing. Thermite, that's actually the most ideal operator for that kind of situation. But I mean,
would agree.
A gun's a gun and it can kill unless you use an MPX, in which case 20 body shots doesn't want to work anymore, I guess.
Pea shooter.
Sorry, that's just the inner Val command of me coming out in frustration. But have the server wall being Ash charged open. I'm not entirely sure if that's even like capable of being traversed through, as I try to use every word in the English language apparently for this match. Some drama coming out here from God's here.
Yeah, joining has been a big part of their offense. Trying to find out where they are, but obviously Shadow Gaming has been a little on key there.
Real shot by Zertrul onto Koala. There's the Ash taken out. Probably the least amount of utility you can take out from God tier, but a kill nonetheless. And on a player as capable of fragging out as Koala, that's a huge pick for Shadow Gaming. That's also Zertral's third opening kill of this game, and this is also the third round, so 3 for 3 so far. So props to Zertral. And again, just early man advantage for Shadow Gaming. They're definitely playing like their lives depend on it, and in terms of playoff standings, it really does. So nice to see.
Drone is ready.
Now, one thing that I'm curious about here, and it's on the side of God tier, is the fact that they're only bringing a singular hard breacher when they have both Habana and Thatcher unbanned. So, I mean, granted, you're obviously a beautiful shot by Vivid onto Slayer through the wall.
Scanning.
But anyway, as I was saying, they're bringing out the Thatcher, obviously, which is just Thermite Thatcher. That's like a must-have. But them not utilizing the second hard breach available to them kind of seems like they're shooting themselves in the foot. It's just going to be a heavy push by God here in the bathroom. Vivid will take out Slips. Elsewhere, Slacks has been downed and will subsequently be finished up by Nerds before being traded out by PK. Man advantage in favor of God tier. Plant going down. Kitsit takes out Vivid to equalize. While Zerto takes some damage, contesting with the Sledge of Holy. Both taking minor damage. Kitsit being down by PK, that's his second or third in this round, I'm not entirely sure. And man advantage for God tier. Plant will be going down again. No Nitrocell in hand for Zertral. Will not get the down, will do a lot of damage while also having damage dealt to himself. Fraternate being coached. Zertral hears the paint switch. Will wisely back off, but Plant has gone down, and now we find ourselves in a 1v2 retake on a very, very, very lit Pulse with not one of the best guns to retake with. Now, to be fair, both of his opponents are also pretty lit up, but doesn't matter, as PK absolutely goes insane that round, picking up, I believe, 3 kills, might have been 4. I'm sorry for not counting correctly, I'll have to go back later, but a huge round by the Fragmite, getting 3 kills and a plant down, so, as well as walls open, so, huge round for PK and God tier in general, and that will put them onto the scoreboard, which, speaking of the scoreboard, here we are. PK, I mean, fragging out already, 6-2. Everyone else on God tier sitting tight between 0 and 2. Mind you, we've only had 3 rounds, so no problem there. However, inside of Shadow Gaming, both Zertral and Kitsit are really fragging out. Slips, Neurots, and Slayer all playing more support roles, so it's a natural balance of things right now. So we have a Cav sits pick onto the Captain once again. Zertral really utilizing these sits picks to their fullest advantage and enjoying the Captain as well. Maybe we'll see him place all of his traps down this time. I don't know. I've decided to stop saying EED because I stutter too much saying it. At least I feel I do. So. Enemy, I don't even know what it stands for.
Entry
Enemy
denial device?
denial?
Yeah, entry denial
Oh,
device.
EDD.
I think it's EDD, not EED.
It's alright, so I'm even more out of touch with how this game works because I don't even know my acronyms, so my apologies to all of you watching me.
All the Capcan mains.
By the
that
way,
watch.
yeah, all the Capcan mains, I've offended all 2 of you. My apologies for not using the correct acronym. I will better myself for future reference. However, Shadow Gaming leading 2-1 will go back to the basement as it has unlocked for them, and that's pretty standard. Usually teams will either go to CCTV Cache or Arsenal Church Arsenal rather, for the primary sites. It's all personal preference really. Well, just going through Braze and pre-fires, won't find anything except an empty magazine. And more of the same coming out here by Shadow Gaming. Again, that kitchen hatch is going to be their focal point, and it's going to rely heavily around impact tricking as, again, floor sets, Zertral far off site, so that doesn't really matter. So he's down one more, yeah, entry denial device. My apologies, EDD, maybe, but deep roam coming out here from Zertral, while taking over half damage already. I'm not entirely sure from where, but we'll get the blue hatch open, at least for now. But I got two more to go with, and they both have, well, Moto hatch has to take you down it. Kitchen hatch does not, but that is a very easy impact trick, so that will not matter. However, I should point out, I'm happy to see God tier, I guess, somehow hearing me and breaking out the double hard breacher. Really utilizing all of the tools at their disposal to their fullest extent. As Koala going for more pre-fires here will still find nothing more than empty magazines and rounds lost. Rounds as in bullets, not actual rounds, though they are still at a deficit for that as well. Really haphazardly smoke grenade being thrown by Neurots a little over halfway through the round, but as it stands, no one's actually in third, so not entirely sure what the call was there. Dirt has been open, but no one is there to capitalize on it. Creations will take out Kitsik as Zerchel will take out Vivid before being traded out by Slack. So man advantage for Dots here. Slack gets one, looking to make it two. As we will contest with, I believe, slips here. But 45 seconds left. Dots here has man advantage, but three of their players are around half health. Give or take some change. And Koala will just be worse for wear as he keeps stepping into Legion Mines. However, Slats will take out Nerat. That is his second kill of the round, and Koala is in sight. Only 10 HP or so, as Church Wall will be opened elsewhere. Shao Gaming in a bad spot here. A beautiful trick shot. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
My. What a fight.
Holy and Koala getting their kills respectively. My apologies. I thought he trick-shotted a flashbang like he was making a Call of Duty montage, but evidently that didn't work. I mean, I guess it did because he did get the kill, but... Alright.
Interesting. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that he threw the flashbang and that got the kill, but I think that was Legion that killed Creations that we thought was the kill.
Yeah,
and that was
I couldn't
definitely an interesting fight. Nonetheless,
Koala just trying to stunt out here inside of the arsenal room of Clubhouse. Will ultimately do a kill, maybe not as clean as he had hoped for, but a kill is a kill nonetheless, and subsequently Dot here will equalize the round count from an 0-2 to a 2-2 tie so far. So very back and forth here, as Zerchel is still utilizing his sit spits. Will go from Cav to Ella, as the Holy will switch from, I believe it was Sledge, to Capital. So one Bope operator being traded out for another, whether they know it or not. So let's see if we can have a better hold here of Church Arsenal inside of Shadow Gaming here. But yeah, I'm sorry that move by Koalas just left me lost for words, because I can't really form a coherent sentence at this point. So
yeah,
my apologies.
After that one, definitely.
ADS up and running.
All right, we'll pretend it was cooler than it really was. Kind of
Yeah.
messy, but hey.
Trick shots of choice.
Getting some flair, really, you know, making things exciting, keeping me on the edge of my seat.
Ice here.
Prepping needles.
They're opting to use a Scorpion over the FO12. I mean, Scorpion, viable weapon, but most Elo players will just opt to use that shotgun, as it's pretty, we'll say good.
Yeah, I think that's the word for it.
Lack
Definitely.
of a more appropriate word.
Knock knock.
But I don't know. I always find it curious. Just I don't find the Scorpion to be. I mean, it's not the powerhouse that it was on release, much like Ella as a whole.
Oh, just remembering that thing
but
when
I mean,
that thing
the
was
gun.
released. Jeez, that thing was deadly, man.
It was a reasonably balanced gun. I don't understand why it was nerfed. But anyway,
Coming right up.
to offer an Ella instead of another roamer seems like a loss of utility, in my opinion. As Slayer will pick up Koala, that is one of your hard breachers down. Here's where that was from.
Blue hatch, maybe?
Yeah. Down in blue goes the Habana. Now, granted, the hatch was open, so she's done part of her job. Well, is in fact a guy, but Hibana, the operator, is a woman. So, my apologies for whatever. I'm sorry. I'm apologizing so much. I don't even know why. As I continuously stumble my words, as the English language apparently is very hard today.
Spotted enemies.
It happens
However,
sometimes.
it happens, man. It happens. However, Slats elsewhere being bullied by Echo Drone, or Yokai rather, and you saw it. Will not connect his shots on it though. This is. We're doing it. We'll save you, face.
Switch over to
Slats.
Ella.
We'll save you, face. PK taking a lot of damage, not entirely sure where. That is unfortunate for Kitsik, as PK will collect the kill with a whopping 1 HP. That is 8 down. Slayer dropped to about 40 HP with Test on blue. That's where we find 3 members on dots here, as Elsewhere's virtual takes out Vivid, as Thatcher taken out. A beautiful shot by PK onto Slayer. Crouch. The 1 HP frag might really keeping the dream alive for Dodge right now. Slats collecting a kill on the Zertrol. Neurod's taking heavy damage will be collected by Holy, and it's all up now to the Legion of Slips. Full HP, stuck in blue, plants going down. And he's stuck in a 1v3 retake. Does not look the correct way. PK collecting yet another kill. Has hit double digits off of round 5 as the Fragmite, it seems. The 1 HP Fragmite. So, congrats to him. And
Yes.
really, really impressive plays coming out from Thermite, as Shadow Gaming will have to go back to Church Arsenal for their 3rd time in a row, 4th time this entire half. And I don't think it's their best choice. I think a CCTV defense at this point would have probably been better for them. But
Yeah, they won their last time on CC. I would definitely go over to there instead of Arsenal, like you said, for the 4th time. But we're gonna see if maybe they can pull it out here.
I mean, at most, Shadow Gaming can hope to draw here. But here's the thing, is it's Clubhouse and you're on your defense. You don't want to draw on your defense because you're just inherently giving the advantage to God tier. I shouldn't say they're giving it to them. God tier, I just earned it, but I guess I stand corrected on my comment from earlier on Shadow Gaming being in the driver's seat, as it would appear that God tier have essentially hijacked their car and have kept it full throttle for this entire half. And that's probably one of the worst analogies I probably could have ever made, but you know what? I've said it. I can't undo
You
it.
can take it back.
And here we
There
are.
now.
Here we are on our final defense of Church Arsenal for Shadow Gaming, opting to bring a Clash. So an interesting change of pace here. The Ela will stay, the Legion will stay, the Aether will stay, obviously. Clash. Curious to see how Shadow Gaming will utilize the Clash here on this final round, as up until this point we have not seen any Clash play, but I don't believe we've actually seen any Montaigne play either, so shield for a shield.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, there was
What
a
a-
double 6-pick on the shields. They both switched to shields in the same round. Sure, there's
Okay,
something
I was too busy making amazing analogies to notice the 6 picks. My priorities are in line. Kitsik here contesting with a Montaigne will be supported by Neurax here, as it appears Montaigne is solo entry. So back to the singular hard breacher for God tier. And Montaigne is a powerful operator as the blue hatch gets open. But here's the problem: is with the one hard breacher, that's one of your thermite charges already used. And Kitsik is just being pressured from all over the places. Zertrol will take out Slacks elsewhere as Twitch taken down, and one of the top fraggers, well, not top fraggers, but Fraggers rather for Dodger.
Ooh.
Hits and gain a little bit ahead of himself, trying the 1v1 with Koala, and will subsequently be shield bash for his troubles, thus equalizing man count, and Koala in his first kill in the round.
Stay close to me.
Elsewhere we've got Zerchel still in this deep realm over in CCTV. He could go for flank in oil pits now, but Koala reading into this will replace a drone for the time being. As we've got Vivid on blue stairs, possibly. DK using a second thermite charge onto the dirt wall. As Neurots take some heavy damage here. Still in the fight, however. Dots here have control of blue as the EMP will come out, and Clash is rendered ultimately useless in this position for the time being. Koala will make his way in as everyone from Dots here will drop the blue, but Zerchel on a huge flank here will pick up Vivid as PK will refrag on the Neurots and gets a second on the Slayer. Zerchel still is somehow not found here. Plant going down. Some bad timing here. Will actually stop the plant. That is PK taken down. And the rest of Dodge here is stuck in blue with only 20 seconds left. This is very winnable for Shadow Gaming here. Huge plays for Zerchel so far. They're gonna have to act fast. Holy going for the plant this time around. And a huge play by Slips to get the melee onto the Monte and the blocker shield and taking them both out. Huge plays coming out here from Zerchel and Slips to win out a round that ultimately was looking to be in favor of God tier for that round, but ultimately Shadow Gaming finally, after time and time again, will win out their church defense. And we will switch sides here, and God tier will opt to go to CCTV Cash Room as their first defensive site, as opposed to Church, like Shadow Gaming did. Now, as I said, CCTV, Church, really just kind of personal preference. They're both very viable sites after the rework of Clubhouse, which was about a year ago at this point, surprisingly. Sits pick from the Alibi to the Legion. I think that's a great pitch. A lot more utility to be had there. And yeah, we'll see what God tier can do on their defensive half. I know I said that they were. I know they said that God tier ultimately won the half, but after that last round, I believe that's going to reinvigorate Shadow Gaming for the remainder of this game. At least I would hope for their sake that it would. Because that clutch by Zerchel and Slips should not be undermined at all.
Oh yeah, 100%. That combo was definitely lethal there, and they obviously weren't watching their flank that great. But PK, who was doing a really good job on fragging with Thermite, we'll see if maybe he can carry it over to the defense now. See how he does.
PK is still the only player here with double digits. We do have Zerchel looking to creep in there. He's at 9, one more, especially with Cast out. We'll assure him of that. But all things considered, PK and Zerchel definitely being the star players for their team. Things a little bit more balanced on the side of Shadow Gaming, as God tier's not but PK is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, we'll say, for them. But to end the half on a 3-3, this all looks correct to me.
Yeah, it's all will work out in the end, and I'll coordinate so as we go in this next half.
Definitely. It's during the maybe not a bedroom take by Shadow Gaming, though they are expecting to run out from Gym, of all things. As it stands, reaching charge on the window, and a Nitro Cell wasted. That is some beautiful teamwork. Vivid will get the kill on the Zerchel, but however, he was off the server wall long enough that Slips was able to get open. So great teamwork by Shadow Gaming there. Maybe not worth the life of your capital of all operators, but server wall is open, and that gives them a huge benefit for the remainder of this round, as we've got Slayer just waiting downstairs expecting a push, but the only person really nearby to even give that is Holy or Slacks, and they're all the way down in the basement right now. So it definitely appears that Dots here are going to be opting for more of a retake strategy should it come to that, but site control still is in their favor as well as man advantage. But, you know, halfway through the round, we still got 9 members standing, pretty typical. All full of them, so see how Shadow Gaming can adapt to this change and see how that the lack of a capital will affect this execute onto site for them. As like I said before, that is a huge operator to lose early on before your execute. As they're about to be down since we taken out by Vivid as well, it'll take out Slayer. It sits refrighting onto PK, so and slips in a second on the Vivid. The game of the Fragmites it would seem to be so far today, at least here on Clubhouse. 30 seconds left. Man advantage, still in here for Dots here. Shadow Gaming looks a little lost here, as Slash further emphasized that by taking out the Thermite of Slips as well as Diffuser down. Cannot connect enough shots onto the IQ, only drop down to about half health. Kits is gonna have to refract, or clutch up here rather, in a 1v3. 10 seconds left, half HP, likely. Well, has been very badly injured, but we're just gonna pre-fire everywhere, and Kits it just saving the KD. Really, I think the correct decision in that situation. No need to die on a round that has already been lost or go for impactless frags. So, good hold by Dots here.
Yeah, definitely. Like you stated, Capital was their only source of smokes and possible only way to get down a plant without being completely wide open. So, definitely a great kill there early on.
No, I don't think Shadow Gaming really had a horrible attack there. It's just once that Capital was gone, and maybe not even with the Capital dying, but just they seemed lost halfway through that round on how they wanted to adapt to God tier's defenses, and really the fact that you had members so far apart from each other not knowing where to push from. Like, as you saw, the Thermite there opting to go through Garage with server wall open with only 30 seconds left and Diffuser in hand with no potential for a refrag. Definitely seems like some miscommunication on Shadow Gaming's part, but all things considered, this is still a very close game for them. But, however, they've got a 1-round buffer before playoffs are statistically impossible for them, so they're really gonna need a bounce back here of maybe not 4 in a row, but definitely 4 to win this out and have a possibility of making playoffs. As again, like I've stated, I don't have the round differential of all the teams that would be tied at 19 points should Shadow Gaming win this game. I don't deal with the statistics for that, and thank God I don't, because it sounds horrible.
I would agree with that, definitely. That does not sound like a fun time.
But yeah, definitely be sure to give a look into it later on should Shadow Gaming win this, but I am curious to know anyway. But out here, opting for... This is interesting.
Yeah. That's definitely the word for it.
Alright. So, Vivid, just gonna hold on to those electric claws for now. And see
I believe they're impact tricking. So, I'm not sure.
Yeah, all of the impacts have been expended by Dodge. Holy Woody droned out here inside of Cash. Slats also rotate out Kitsit, does that keep him out. However, he will be refragged by the Thatcher, rather, of Slayer, who has been very, very damaged in the process, just under 10 HP. There's no Legion in play, but a Goo Mine would do the trick. And Holy has every advantage in the world here. However, Shadow Gaming here. We need to just do an all in concert Gator here. Holy is in a very bad spot here,
Ooh.
and Neurats will ultimately get the kill. There's not a whole lot you can do in that situation. However, with as much time that God Tier just wasted in that roam, as well as how much damage they've dealt, both Slayer and Zerchel being lit up very substantially, Slayer especially, that's going to affect this push for the rest of the round, as Zerchel somehow flashbangs himself. But
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened.
the lack of a
Live.
the lack. Ooh, the Hai trick will actually turn out to be successful, and I'm not sure if Zerchel is aware of this.
See you on the
as
other side.
He uses a round of edge tyros onto a soft hatch, as you've got a sledge literally right next to you. So again, some miscommunication on Shadow Gaming's part, but maybe they can correct themselves for the last 15 seconds or so here. But this is not looking great for Shadow Gaming. All Datu needs to do is hang out, waste time. Koala playing very nervously here. We'll try to kill as Vivid and PK did as well, and you're left on the 1 HP of Zerchel, who's just gonna save KD again, and God Tier take their second defensive round and put themselves up 5-3, and that's all of the buffer that Shadow Gaming had. If God Tier wins one more round here, Shadow Gaming's out of the playoffs, and God Tier will have secured their spot in the playoffs, along with New Horizons, F6, and Chet6. So, congratulations to all three of those teams. Should God Tier win any round throughout the rest of this game, and Shadow Gaming has to be perfect through the remainder of this game to again even have contention. Okay, that's the key word, contention. As like I've stated, like a broken record, I don't have the round differential. I don't know if they'd even make it if they win this. So how much is on the line is really just immeasurable, literally, for myself. As out here, we'll go to the gym bedroom for their third defense. CCTV and church having both in one. This tends to be the third site that most teams would go to, unless you've got some crazy bar strat, which I always love seeing personally, but teams wisely opting not to go here, and it's not really hard to see why. You literally just open this door here into stock, smoke it out, quick plant, easy dubs. It's like service entrance on coastline, except even more in favor of the attackers. So understandable to see Dot here go to gym bedroom, but usually this is where attackers will start to win rounds, as it's not exactly the most ideal site to be defending.
Yeah, and as you stated about SG, them winning this is going to be crucial no matter what, and hopefully they can fix their miscommunications as we saw last round with that sledge and Havana.
What are you doing?
Wasted utility.
Alright. Curious reinforcement by Koala. I'm not really sure why this is the wall that you would choose to reinforce, even out of this 4 panel, but I mean, maybe he just wants 10 points, I don't know. Vivid over here just set up very well. Pretty standard setup for some not impact tricking, bandit tricking rather. Slips will actually take some damage from the battery, bandit battery. Not a whole lot, only does 3 per tick, but you know.
Yeah, that
It's
Sophia,
a nuisance.
the Sophia 6 picked off that Thatcher, so they're gonna have to figure out how to get this wall open themselves.
Yeah,
Not the
I
Thatcher.
saw the Sophia 6 pitch, but the Thatcher is not the operator I was picked off of. The way Shadow Gaming has been playing, the Sledge or the IQ would have gone in favor of the Thatcher, because no thermite or no Thatcher on this wall is just not ideal, as Vivid is just being pressured
poor
from every
guy.
direction with that new Capital buff, as well as Slayer on the window. So it's doable. A really ill-advised jump out by Koala will result in Slayer's second kill, and that's your Echo off the board. as well as one of the C4s from the Bandit, as BK will be dropped to half health, trying to contest Kajuzi wall. Things are slowly falling apart here for God Tier, as Kits will further that point by taking out Slacks, as the Castle taken out. And looking for another one, as Holy gets dropped to 10 HP here on a roam in CCTV. He's contesting with the IQ here, who will fall off it for now. Plant is going down by Slips, and I'm not entirely sure if PK is aware of this. He is. Will gets Plant down, but it doesn't really matter as he gets traded out by Slayer and Kitsik. And what a bounce back for Shadow Gaming, all things considered.
Yeah, I think they must have heard our cries and definitely just decided to man up, I guess you could say. Not really, but kind of take control and get a win. You gotta say how it is sometimes, you know?
Yeah, but I know that we were criticizing the Thatcher play beforehand. Now, granted, Thatcher not essential here, but especially in that last round, seeing as how Shadow Gaming ultimately won it out with great coordination between their Capital and Sophia. But even then, like I said, the Sledge or the IQ not really needed, and Neros, seemingly hearing my complaints, will opt for a Thatcher as opposed to the Sledge, which makes sense. You're getting the same done. No SMG-11, no frag grenades, but I mean, you can still run breaching charges, you can still got EMPs, still got an L85. Maybe he runs an AR-33, I don't know. I know it comes down to personal preference, but
Yeah, I myself used to knack at the AR-33 without just ever using it, but you know, I've come to grow on it. It's an alright gun. I like it. It's definitely, it's alright. That's what I'll say.
I'll say, if you're ever bored and want something fun to rush with, AR-33 Angel Grip and whatever your choice of 1x sight is, for me it's a hollow sight, but Angel Grip and hollow, that's a lethal combination on AR-33 if you're playing Thatcher as a fragger. So, you know, give it a try sometime. It has my seal of approval, which ultimately means nothing because I used to unironically run the 417 over the F2 on Twitch, so don't take anything I say seriously, because it doesn't matter because of that. No, but like, honestly though, like, I used to stand the 417. Like, when I got black eyes for it way back in the day, I was like, sick!
Best gun.
But, you know, then I used the F2 for the first time. I was like, oh, that's why people use this.
Oh yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Definitely a well-balanced weapon. Nothing, no need for a nerf, in my opinion.
Obviously not. I think it's alright.
No,
really.
again, great, ooh, that's the beautiful coordination by Shadow Gaming here to flame off the Bandit from server wall so the Thermite can get, and then being traded out, just taken out by the Sophia of Slayer, who is having a wonderful second half throughout these last couple rounds to take out not only your hard breach denial as the wall has been open, but also your only C4 on the side of Shadow Gaming, or God Tier rather, apologies. As Koala will take minimal damage here on Eastern Stairs, just playing typical defense on a well-known Angel, but still a hard Angel nonetheless to contest. Thatcher EMP will take out his lone ADS though, which is as we've done a little bit farther, the ADS will have actually done his job, but it doesn't matter. Slayer will be down though, and subsequently taken out by Holy to refrag, and Koala taking out Kitsik as well as your IQ taken out, however taking heavy damage in the process. We left with just about 10 HP, just checking dew mines wherever. And Slips sees that one, doesn't seem to be aware of the one that was from prior. But minute left, man favorite for God Tier, health advantage for Shadow Gaming. Now they make a push here soon, as both of the fire bullets by the Capital have been expended. However, the smoke still remains, as the Nerds will take out Slats as the castle taken down. No real utility lost there, just a adequate weapon, we'll say. I'm not even gonna say good, it's adequate.
Mediocre.
Yeah, it's a gun.
It shoots. It does.
one-shot headshots, so I mean it's viable. If only for that. Flashbangs running out here as Nerats will get a beautiful kill on the PK as I switch off it just in time. Slips joined for the diffuser plant. Zerchford running a contest here from Eastern Stairs, not flashing himself. Plant is successful, Nerats takes out Holy. It's all up now to the very lit up Legion of Koala and a 1v3 retake. And this is not looking favorable. It's gonna take a miracle here by Koala and will not even hit one kill. Shadow Gaming equalizing the scoreboard here and the game will be going the distance as we now head into round 11. 5-5 score differential, but again, here's the thing, is they need to keep that momentum going. A tie is a loss for Shadow Gaming here.
Yeah.
Now, given how these last 2 rounds have gone for them, huge momentum boost. They've looked impeccable in their executes here. But all it takes is just one lucky round from Gods here, and your shot for playoffs is over.
Yeah, SG needs
Maybe you
to
put
keep
Stork.
fighting here and just keep up that, like you said, momentum. And sometimes momentum's all you need. If you get on a roll, it sometimes boosts that team morale also, and it's like, alright, yeah, we can do this, let's keep going. And we're definitely going to see here if SG can keep it going.
Definitely. Now, being friends with some of the players on Shadow Gaming, I can tell you for sure that that pipes, it's a really enjoyable atmosphere, we'll say. Put it to you that way. It's a good time. But give you a quick scoreboard here for anyone wondering. PK still continuing his reign of terror, although all things considered, hasn't been as much of a force throughout the second half, picking up what I believe to be only 4 kills throughout 4 rounds, so kill a round I guess, maybe, but you know, the start of the half 10-4 is at 14-7 so far, which I mean, by no means is he playing bad, but Shadow Gaming definitely prioritizing him as not very outs, as the rest of Dots here will remain pretty deep between one another. And so it's the same story for Shadow Gaming. Really, no one's standing out, just great teamwork between every member involved to get the kills that are needed when they're needed, and just getting the attitudes down and just winning the rounds that they need to win. Whether they keep it up for 2 more rounds or not is yet to be determined, but again, for their sake, I really hope they do. Also, side note, I'm really sad that they added a metal plate here behind this desk, because you used to be able to frag grenade all the way down into church, and somehow they figured that out and they patched it, so personally I'm upset about it, but you know, I
Come on,
understand they would do it.
Ubisoft. Let us have fun.
Yeah, stop balancing your game. Ooh, Slayer will get the opening kill for his team as Holy and the Yater taken out. And Holy not really having the best of games so far, but again, I mean, it doesn't matter. One person doesn't make all the difference unless you're PK in the first half of the game, but you know, that's neither here nor there. As I believe it was kitchen hatch. No, it wasn't. It was just opened up. I heard the thermite charge still off. Moto hatch, okay. So Moto hatch will be opened by Shadow Gaming here. As halfway through the round, got man advantage. I'm not entirely sure if they're doing that. Utilize that castle barricade against Gods here or not. And some team damage coming out here onto the capital. It's only through the foot, so not really much. However, given the fact that Zophia's gun fires a 7.62 bullet, which is not small, so does a damage around 30 point blank, so not the best pick. PK will incite revenge for Zerchel and C4 the Sophia of Slayer. And that is the only C4 on the side of Gods here off the board. Nura taking out Vivid. That is Recade taken down. Koala trying to refrag his fallen teammate, but will find nothing. Church Wall getting open here. And Koala in a very bad spot. Will be taken out by Kitsich. And Shout Gaming have church control here. Slats refragging on the Neurots, trying to equalize first team. Plant's going down. We get a second on the kid play. Slips sticking the plant though. PK taking out Zerchel, and it's all up now to Slips to win it out. And Slats will get his third kill of the round, and with that, if Slats decides to stick to the CCs, which obviously he will, that is Shadow Gaming eliminated from the playoffs. And congrats to the 4 teams that have made it, which are God Tier after this tie, possible win, New Horizons, F6, and Chet 6. So again, congratulations to all of those teams and all the players involved for making playoffs for your division.
Yeah.
No easy task, especially considering your guys' division. Stat teams abound, so props to all 4 of you.
It does go without saying though. They definitely did not go down without a fight though. They were in it till the end, definitely. I would say for playoffs though, they had a great momentum in there. So props to them, like you said, 100%.
Absolutely, yeah. And like I said, this division, not to take away from any teams at all, but this division is just stat on stat on stat. Like really, anyone could have taken this. But again, we've got our 4 for this division, and again, credit to all 4 of them. But again, Shadow Gaming definitely going to the bitter end here. Definitely proving to be just as strong of a team worthy for playoff contention with this game. Just some early rounds really hurting them all around, but again, hopefully they don't let that affect their mindset throughout this last round, as ultimately the outcome does not matter anymore. But we'll see what happens here as
Yeah.
will opt to go to CCTV for their final defense.
More or less, like you said, they definitely don't want to keep their head down after this. Like, no matter what, this team has been very strong in this game. They definitely showed that they're definitely able to keep fighting and stick with teams. So definitely nothing to be ashamed about, or just keep heading this round fighting and try and go for a tie. Is what I would do, 100%.
Absolutely. But we'll see how God Tier will fight back. Holy opting to be the most classic example of a Jaeger main and not place down any utility. Instead, not even going for a spawn beat, so really just chilling. So interesting decision by Slats getting a huge pick on the Zerchel, and that capital being lost so early on going to be detrimental. David really sticking through it and timing it perfectly will actually not die by the asphyxiating bolts of the Capital Zerchel. However, it will take a lot of damage and some fire as well, being dropped to about 1 HP. However, there's Thatcher on the board, so it really doesn't matter. As Thatcher only has 1 EMP left, he's going to have to use it wisely. However, subsequently, Vivid is going to have to utilize his last 2 shot wires wisely as well. And Shadow Gaming seeming to be at somewhat of a stall here, opting to go for a cash room take as opposed to CCTV, possibly. They do have construction control, as Neurots will go for an entry down below.
Yeah, sometimes if you get stalled in CC, you definitely want to push in through cash, and just sometimes it doesn't work out, as we see. As we see how this unfolds here with a minute left.
Definitely hold on this deep round. Whether it's Shadow Gaming knows or not, he can be a crucial factor towards the end of this round. And it doesn't seem that Shadow Gaming are aware. Now they are. Neurots landing no shots, however, receiving some damage in return, being dropped to about 60 HP. Slayer equalizing to take out Vivid. That is the bandit taking down, but with only 30 seconds left, it's really not going to matter, as Shadow Gaming have to clear out this roaming Jaeger here, and will ultimately succeed in doing so, as Chits gets the kill on the Holy, However, Slats refrighting on the Nurots will leave us in a 3v3 here.
Make your prayers.
And 15 seconds left. Shadow Daming half the door. The half the door frag hunting. Slayer really just fragging out here, attempting Slats as well, just refragging on Slayer. 5 seconds left. Plant attempting to go down. Slats, yeah, another kill and another kill. As I want to say that was an ace. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah,
But
I'm
if
not
that was an
positive
ace,
either.
then if that was an ace, then what a way to go out. PT and Slats really heavy fried in here, especially Slats throughout that last couple of rounds. You know, 16 and 14 respectively. It was 7 deaths apiece, so huge game by PT and Slats, and really even game by Shao Gaming, and ultimately we have our playoff majors. So congrats to all of them, and all of the condolences in the world to Shadow Gaming. You did not go out without a fight.
Yeah.
With that said, we will get, we'll leave Slats in here. Hopefully. Possibly. We'll have to see. Let me go. Check this out. And Slats. Oh. Congrats on your diamond, Slats.
Ooh, diamond. Awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad everyone else is having better ranked seasons than I am, because Ubisoft thinks it's cool to pair me against a diamond stack, literally, as a gold 1. I'm pretty sure I
think
just
it's
added
balanced.
him as a friend, and that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Okay. Get him in here.
There he is.
What up, what up?
What up? What's poppin'?
What up, man?
Not much.
So, first of all, congrats on making playoffs. As
Thank you.
Shadow Gaming needed to win this game to even contest for playoffs, as it would have led it to a 3-way tie between both of you guys as well as New Horizons, and I don't know the round differential, but it doesn't matter. You guys won it out ultimately, and not entirely sure of these standings, but this could possibly place you in first, if I'm not mistaken, because you end the season with
yes.
22 points. I'd have to double check that,
It depends
but
on F6.
I mean the season.
Did they play Reborn already, or what? Did they have a bye week or something?
Yep.
F6 did beat Reborn. 7
All right,
to nothing.
so
So we're second seed.
Alright. So, yeah, I mean, congrats to you guys. First of all, before I forget, that last round, was that an ace? I wasn't
Yes,
paying
it was.
attention.
There's a castle.
Alright, yeah. Yeah, so, as much as I said beforehand that the UMP is not viable, you slacks and decide to be a vigil, you flex onto a castle, I guess. But, yeah, so, going into this game, I'm assuming that you were aware of the standings and you know
Yes.
what was on the line for this game. So did
Indeed.
that have any effects on the mentality here, or were you guys just playing it like another
Yeah.
game?
No, it definitely put some pressure on us, and we felt like we had to play harder and smarter than what we usually do.
Definitely. So notice in those first 2 rounds, it was Shao Gaming really just playing on all fronts, just more or less dominating, aside from PK playing Fragmite. But then,
Yeah.
as soon as they went to Gym, it's like a switch flips for you guys, and you guys more or less continued to go on a tear, save for that really unfortunate series of events on round 6 for SG to finally win their Surge defense the second time. But
Yeah.
what was the game changer there for
The game
you
changer
guys?
there is we realized they were running usually either 2-3 roamers, and they would have like a light roamer, so we just pushed sight and held angles for the roamers to come back. We instead of trying to roam clear 'em.
Awesome. Your defenses were pretty standard. I mean, CC Church gets 1, Gym not so much, but I mean that's to be expected. But I mean, I don't know. Really, I don't have a whole lot to say outside of just. I mean, again, congrats to you guys, but you and PK really fried out your minds for this game, so props to you two in particular. Yeah, I really don't have a whole lot of questions, honestly. I've just been enjoying the matches today, but to my co-caster, which I'm still doing the butcher your name, anything you want to ask or say, by all means, your time to shine.
Nothing really to ask, but I'm just gonna say my congratulations to you. Well done
Thank
there throughout the game in that last round, obviously with that ace. Yeah, I don't got much. Just congratulations to you, and good luck going forward, 100%.
Thank you.
All right. Awesome, awesome. With that, well, one more thing. Personally, congrats on finally hitting diamond, but
Oh, I hit a second
that's all.
time. Yeah, I lost it and then had to get it back. Yeah, that's been a little bit of a struggle.
Can't really. I still haven't hit plat this season, so that's sick, but maybe later. But with that, that's all I have. That's all that. Petsu?
Yeah, thanks you. It's good. It's alright.
Petsu? Yeah. Pendu with the nets.
Yeah.
That's all we have to say. Floor is yours. Whatever you got shout out, say. Now's your time.
Pretty much just shout out to all my players. Koala and them, they played great support. PK really came through today. Like, holy fuck. Fucking fragmented me. He really came through. Me and him both clutched up some situations. That's pretty much it.
Alright. Awesome. So, with that, to my knowledge, that will conclude Season 1 of Collective Esports. Next, we've got the playoffs, which, again, you, Chet6, F6, and New Horizons for your guys' division, and then Prevail, and I don't know the other three right now off the top of my head, but 3 other amazing teams. I'll double check for you guys later, but 8 amazing teams all doing the playoffs here. But as I said, that is Season 1 of Collective Esports in the books. So a personal thank you from myself to all of you for tuning in and supporting us throughout this first season of this. Definitely trial and error of a lot of things, but in due time, things only go up from here. And I would like to, again, for one last time, at least until playoffs, give a shout out to, 1, all the teams, but 2, all of our social medias, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch especially. You know, I'll drop a follow if you're just tuning in for even a moment. We'd appreciate it. All at collective_esports. Until next time, I've been Skinny. This has been Pendu with the Nuts. I'll figure it out Sunday. And Slacks from God Tier. And we will see you next time. Thanks for dropping by, guys. See ya.
Thanks for stopping, everybody.
So.